Hey everyone, I'm Arglefumf. I'm going to be playing Socrates Jones, Philosopher. This game is a lot of fun. I played all the way to the first chapter and said, this is awesome, I've got to do a video walkthrough for it. It's sort of like the Phoenix Wright games combined with philosophy. And that's just a great combination, because I love the Phoenix Wright games. They're hilarious. We've got lawyer stuff in them. I actually made my own lawyer game called Internet Court. You can check that out if you want. Also, I'm a bit of a philosopher. I was not a philosophy major in college, but I did take 10 philosophy courses. I was planning to be a double major, but I just ran out of time. Morning, Ari. You ready for school? Of course. Guess what? We're talking about John Stuart Mill in class today. Who? You're kidding, right? John Stuart Mill? Oh, wait. I think I know. He's a comedian, right? Moral philosopher? Utilitarianism? So I actually have to remember philosophy, because it was like 10 years ago when I last took a philosophy course. Utilitarianism? That's the one where something is good if it makes the maximum amount of people happy, right? I think that's the ethical system there. Well, he's brilliant. Opened up my eyes to a new way to view the world. Dad? What is Socrates thinking about? Dad? What? Huh? Were you paying attention to anything I just said? Oh, someone's at the door. You can tell me about this later, okay? Well, hurry up. I have school in half an hour. My name is Socrates Jones. Socrates Jones. Everyone in my family seems to care about philosophy, but I could never really get into it. I'm just an accountant, after all. Why should I care about the nature of right and wrong? All I care about is money. Well, hey there. Hi? The name's Billy. Billy the salesman. I was traveling this country selling my wares when I saw your shabby apartment and instantly knew there lives a man who appreciates a good deal. Excuse me? How would you like to hear about the fabulous bargains I have for you today? I just love this character. He is so great. What about me? Ah, Ari, what are you doing here? I got bored. But I just left. Doesn't mean I can't be bored. Who's this guy? I'm glad you asked, little lady. I'm Billy, the sleazy salesman. Traveling the country selling my wares. Yeah, Billy, I don't really want to buy anything. I think we should hear him out. What? If you don't bother to at least listen, you're not going to get anywhere. Thank you, miss. You won't regret it. I'm pretty sure I will regret this. Okay, Billy, let's hear what you got. Right! And so he's going to be making an argument, sort of like in the Phoenix Wright games, where you have witness testimony. I've got a great product for you. It's the best there is. You need my product to do what it does. You don't want those pests around. And that's what I've got for y'all. Okay, so that was a really terrible sales pitch there. We have no idea what he's selling. You hardly told me anything, dude. I told you it's the best. It does what it does. Come on. Ariadne Jones, this is all your fault. He didn't tell me anything. What do I do? Well, generally, you get more information by asking questions. In this case, you have to ask for clarification, which is sort of like pressing testimony in the Phoenix Wright games. If you clear up any vagueness, you'll be in a better position. Right, okay. So most arguments are made up of multiple statements. This one had 4, right? So what do you think, partner? Are you buying? Actually, could I hear your sales pitch again? Sure thing, partner. So now we have the ask for clarification option. Woohoo! Argument. Let's listen to the argument. So here it is. I have a great product for you. The best there is. You need my product to do what it does. You don't want those pests around. So we've got 4 different statements here. Every single statement we can ask for clarification. So let's clarify this first one. What is the product? Dear repellent! Why doesn't he have the name of the product in his sales pitch? That's so silly. Okay, that wasn't so hard. So, whoa, guess what? The statement has been updated. So now we know the product is Billy's deer repellent. What does it do? Can you clarify? Sure thing, you spray it and it repels deer. That's why it's called deer repellent. Oh, right, that makes sense. So maybe I should clarify some of his other statements. So different statements get different responses. You navigate with next and back. So when we first clarified the statement, we got the new statement. When we clarified it again, we didn't get anything new. Let's move on to the other statements. The best there is. Let's clarify this. What do you mean by that? It's the best, better than the rest. It's really good at doing what it does, partner. Right. Well, no real clarification there, right? We did not get a changed piece of testimony. It's the same. So you need my product to do what it does. What does it do exactly? It protects you from danger. The danger of deer. And trust me, you can use all the protection you can get. Whoa, updated statement. So now his argument is clearer. Maybe I do need his deer repellent. Are you serious? What? Am I wrong? Dad, you can't just let an argument go unexamined, no matter how clearly stated. Yeah, so it's a bad argument. It was stated clearly, but it's still a bad argument. So let's go a little bit deeper here. I got him to clarify everything. What else can I do? Come on, Dad. In a situation like this, if something seems to be on shaky ground, press for backing. Make sure he can support his statement with foundational ideas. Hello? Still here. Right. Can I hear your pitch again? Again? Well, okay. So now we get a new option. It's called backing. So let's see. Let's try backing the first statement. What evidence is here? You see the bottles in my bag? They say Billy's deer repellent. That's the name of the product. So he does have a reason for saying he has deer repellent. It's the name of the product. Okay, so the best there is. Let's see. Do you have any backing for that statement? Sure thing, partner. My product does everything better than competing products. Therefore, it is by definition the best. There are competing products. Well, no. But that means, without a doubt, mine is the best. Well, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. There is no competition. He must be the best. So, you need my product to protect you from the danger of deer. Let's get this backed up. Well, you never know when a deer will attack. And if you don't have my product, you'll be in quite a predicament, partner. Better to be safe than sorry. Hold on, I'm not sure I buy this. We're talking about deer, right? That's right. As in Bambi? Well, yeah, I guess, partner. I see. You're really trying to tell me Bambi throws as a pet? I mean, poses a threat to my well-being? That's gonna take quite a bit of convincing. Bambi is dangerous, partner. He may look cute, but the deer's a little monster. Let me tell you why deer are a menace to our society. And whoa, guess what? We have just moved on to a new argument. He's making a completely different argument here, trying to say deer are a menace. They eat our crops, they steal our jobs. Every year they cause accidents and injuries. The only reason you're safe right now is because I've got the repellent here. And there you go. Those darn deer threaten our very way of life. Threat, huh? I'm not sure if everything you said is true. You know, Dad, in a debate, you can do more than just ask questions. Sometimes asking questions won't cut it. Oh? Sometimes you need to challenge your opponent with a counterpoint. Sort of like Phoenix Wright when you need to present evidence to say there's an objection, a contradiction. So we need something to prove this guy is totally lying. For example, deer live in the woods. That is a good counter argument. When you get a useful idea, I'll write it down in your idea slate. So now we can challenge, and we have the idea slate. I guess I'll do that. You need to be careful, Dad. If you say really stupid things, if you mess up the puzzle, you lose credibility. And it goes to 0. And if your credibility goes to 0, you lose the argument. Alright, so now we have some actual stakes to our arguments. Previously, you could do whatever you want and you wouldn't get in trouble. But now, you might get in trouble if you mess up. If you lose all your credibility, you forfeit. Wait, I'm just fact-checking a salesman. What's this credibility stuff? Me. You'll lose credibility with me, Dad. Oh. Your face is ugly is added to ideal slate. Alright, so we can fail, but here are the ideas. Your face is ugly. My opponent only believes what he does because his face looks like a baboon's backside. Yeah, that is an argument. I don't think it's a good one, but it's an argument. The other argument is that deer live in the woods. So let's see. They steal our jobs. Okay, what is the backing for job stealing deer? How do they do that? Well, you see, corporate sabotage? Corporate sabotage. Okay, they don't actually steal our jobs. I was just being dramatic. Ooh, that statement was removed from the testimony. Good. That was good. We progressed through the testimony. The only reason you're safe here is because of my repellent. So I think I'm gonna challenge saying, no, I live in a city, deer live in the woods. Nonsense! Billy, can you tell me where deer most commonly reside? Forests, mountains, and plains, right? That sounds about right, and where are we now? New York City! Exactly. So tell me, Billy. When was the last time you heard of a deer in New York City? It's highly unlikely a deer will show up in any city, let alone in New York. Do you really think you can take credit for the fact that there are no deer around? But, way to go, Dad! Maybe if we were living in the wilderness, we'd need your deer repellent. But as we live in the middle of a city, I hardly see the point. I highly doubt Bambi's gonna wander down Main Street. He'd be hit in an instant. Yeah, deer just don't wander around randomly in New York City. Clearly, your repellent is of no use. So I hardly think I need to buy... Listen here, mister, it seems to me y'all are being a bit unfair. I admit you have a point, but you're failing to consider the finer qualities of this here product. Oh wow, this salesman is not giving up. Is that so? It sure is. Let me explain to you what y'all are missing. Why my product's still useful to ya. New argument. My product comes in a fine blue casing. Each letter of the label is hand-painted. My grandma toiled over this design. Clearly my product would still be useful. How was it useful here? Do I have evidence to counter his points? You know, even if a point is supported, it might not be related to the conclusion. If that's the case, it doesn't really matter if it's supported or not. I think we saw that before. Like, just because an argument is stated well, doesn't mean it's a good argument. That just means it's well said. So I think I get it. You're saying I need to question relevance. Well, that's what John Stuart Mill would do. It's not useful for us to listen to statements that are unconnected to the overall argument. If we're discussing economics, it doesn't really matter if we're talking about the color purple. Yeah, it's totally irrelevant. We all know green is the best color, so yeah. Getting back on track, Dad. Even if the statement's relevant, questioning can be a great way to see how everything fits together. Okay, so I guess I'll question him then. Great. So we've got 4 different things. This is so complicated. I don't know if I can count to 4. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm gonna question the relevance. Blue is pretty, partner. Go on. Therefore, the fact that my product is pretty makes it more useful to you? Yeah, I don't think so. Just because it looks good doesn't mean I need to buy it. Okay, what's this about the label being hand-painted? Art is craftsmanship. Things being done by machine, not craftsmanship. Okay, that's great, but how does it make your product useful? I guess it doesn't. Fine, you made your point. Let's move on. He's saying stuff about why the product is fancy looking and impressive, but not stuff about why the product is useful. So let's question the relevance of statement number 3. Quality takes effort, partner. Surely the amount of time my granny poured into it contributes to its value. Not really? Oh, why do you hate my granny? No respect for the elderly. I'll have it your way, partner. Billy! Ah, don't hurt me! Oh, the yelling, too much for my heart to bear. Relax, I'm not gonna hurt you, just your sales pitch. Oh, okay, that's good. Wait, no, actually, I don't think I like that. Well, I'm afraid there's no avoiding it. Billy, you're trying to sell me a product based on its usefulness to me. But its aesthetic qualities and methods of manufacturing, while nice, offer no function which benefits me. I mean, if I want to put it on a shelf so it looks pretty, that would be good, but I don't. I want a product I can use. You're just grasping at straws to convince me to buy your product. Well, okay then. Huh? It's been nice chatting with you, but I got clients to find. There are many fish in the sea, and it's clear you ain't one of mine. Oh, okay. Bye? Well, that was fun. Fun? I think you mean infuriating. How much time do you have left before school? Relax, Dad. I'm sure I'm fine. We still have... Oh, haha. Negative half an hour. What? We've got to get going! I can't believe we lost track of time. It's all that fool Billy's fault. Billy and his idiotic deer repellent. Now you're gonna be late for school and you'll probably be expelled and your mother will never forgive me. Not that she talks to me anymore anyway. The best of its kind. Ha! It's not competing with anything! What would it compete with? Harry's deer vanisher? Dad. Honestly, people believe they can sell you on anything these days. Wasting our time. The nerve. They think we're a bunch of fools. Dad! And we could just be convinced we should buy a stupid product we'll never ever need. I mean, aesthetic qualities. I ask you, Dad, look out! It's a deer on the road! Ah! Oh, ooh. That was most unfortunate. I guess he should have bought that deer repellent after all.